I think there is an absence of real free-to-play strategy when it comes to Raid Shadow Legend, especially around conserving materials, shards, other resources that you need sometime in the future. Raid Shadow Legends is a game of incomplete information. This means that you don't know, you cannot know when it will be optimal in the future to use those resources. And for this reason, I'm gonna talk about deterrence, double knockout, triple knockout strategy when it comes to champion training, or when it comes to any type of tournaments where you can get fragments. Now, when it comes to fragments, this is a really evil type of fusion, even though it is one of the easiest types of fusion. Now, when it comes to fragments, you see that I've got 90 Donatellos. I need 10. I can get that 10 in multiple ways. One of the ways is Summon Rush, which I don't want, because if I can save 1000 points worth of shards, I will do it anytime. Right now I'm at 830 because I had to use this many mystery shards. But in the meantime, I earned at least 300 mystery shards, if not 400, so it was absolutely fine. Yes, I lost 700 gems or so, but gems can be replenished, but shards cannot. So I would expect that by the time the Summon Rush finishes and the Champion Training finishes, I won't go beyond 1350, but rather 1000. While doing this, there is also Dungeon Divers, where I have already claimed what is worth claiming, and I need these soul coins. So most likely I will invest a bit more into gems into energy, and energy will give me soul coins as well as champion training advancement. Now, talking about these is important because you need to preserve all these shards. As I said, going for Packmeister, Shayak and Crocut back in the days had a huge toll on this account, and this is all I have right now. I have spent 0 Void Shards, 0 Ancient Shards, 0 Primal Shards and 0 Sacred Shards so far. I've only spent Mystery Shards in Champion Chase as well as here in Summon Rush. My Mystery Shard stash is a lot lower than normally desired, but still I need to preserve everything possible for future events. If there is gonna be a Donatello Soul event, I will just skip it. I won't invest shards into it, I won't invest energy into it. I will just want to replenish my mystery shards to as close to 5,000 as possible, plus all the other shards as well. And this is when this other game comes into play, because deterrence is key, so that you can convince that other people, or convince other people that they won't even try. Now, as you can see, these are the scores, 18.5k versus 16.1k. There is a madness into this logic, because if I get the 10 fragments, it finances me skipping the Spider tournament. This is super important. This is a key decision in here, because if I can skip the Spider tournament, then this means that I basically got 2000 energy, or a bit more, which is about 600 diamonds or so, 500 to 600 diamonds, and I can use it on other purposes. Now, if you check out the fusion calendar, and this is where it becomes really critical, the fusion calendar. I will open some source of the fusion calendar. I really hope that there it is, there is the fusion calendar, and I like this. So let me open this. You can see that this is Summon Rush, this is Dungeon Divers. They end almost at the same time. Summon Rush, Dungeon Divers. But there is Champion Training that also ends almost at the same time. All of them on Monday. Almost, but not quite. Let's see the details. 1 day, 19 hours. And Summon rush 1 day, 18 hours. This cannot be by accident, this is by design. Because once summon rush ends, there is gonna be 1 more hour when players can go nuts into champion training and potentially burn even more resources. This is why deterrence is that important, because if you don't do summon rush, then you take a gamble. And for this reason, what I usually do with double knockout, triple knockout, is that, okay, most people are low on energy already. I can see it. Others are not moving, as you can see, since I started the video. Most people are low on energy. And when I committed to doing this, it means I don't have a way out. If I have to burn the 1800 gems, I will burn the 1800 gems. But what people don't know is that usually in these situations, I will do the absolute minimum to exert maximum psychological deterrence. So minimum effort, maximum impact. How? First of all, I got 12,000 points just today. I was around like 6,000 something yesterday, and I started a few hours ago and I got here in 12,000 points with my effective ways. This is a combination of burning 600-700 gems plus some brews, like a few hundred brews in total, which I've had like stashed 300 in total. But I am preserving the 5-star chicken. I am preserving the mythical, legendary, and even epic skill tomes that I have, and I can ascend if needed. Because if you check out the info, this is level up, this is rank up, ascension. I haven't even started ascension. Skill tomes. These all count. Now, 5-star to 6-star, there is no difference in terms of points, so this is a bit of a weird one, it's a flat one. So this means in turn that a 1-star champion going up to 2-star, no, actually it does, there is a difference. Rank 1, so 1-star gives you 1 point, 6-star gives you 8 points. So 5-star that gives you 6 points, I still level them up. So if you check out my chickens, some of my chickens, right now I cannot show it because most of them are consumed, but for example, here is this 5-star 14. See? 5-star 14. I could add 1 more round to it because I basically optimize these things so that I maximize the number of points. And then with 6-star, I 6-star basically a legendary, and then I put quite a lot of brews into it, and this is gonna be a last second deterrence on demand, only if it's needed. Most likely it won't be needed, but in the unlikely case it is needed, fine. Good news is that as long as I can get at least 2nd place, then with 2nd place I still know that I need to add 2000 more energy approximately into Spider, and over the course of 2 days it is manageable, so I will need to add that amount. So if burning the 1800 gems, it is not fully true, maybe I need to keep some stash like 400 gems or something. So that's absolutely fine. But you see that the others are not moving. They moved while I was rising. So when Heliacon was still 1st and I was still 2nd, he was moving up from like 16,000 to 16,191. I'm arguing that he was just doing his daily missions and gave up. I really hope that. But I will make sure as well that if he didn't give up, he would just see the gap continuously increase no matter what he does. This is continuous double knockout, triple knockout strategy. I see him move, I move twice as much. That's the idea. Regarding Joel, he went up from 1400 or 13,800 to 14,497 and stopped and gave up. I can argue that they will still move potentially in the future because these 5 tokens are quite valuable. And they will push each other upwards, which pushes in turn me upwards. This is why this kind of tournament is a bit dangerous. and I need sufficient buffer, because at the end you will need the skill tomes, everything else, or books, everything else, to make sure that you move up. So that's the evilness of this type of game. And then obviously, once the soul comes for Donatello, I will just rest and replenish my resources, because you can get the soul in the future, but you're not in a position to get Raphael and Leonardo in the future. It's only for this event. And what is the one thing, the one resource that you don't have, if you're free to play, like enough? It's shards. So you need to make sure that you go above and beyond when it comes to this tournament. And this is why deterrence is key, because deterrence effectively minimizes the investment of people, so that they know and they see that they cut their losses and they can still bail out. So for example, in my case, I cannot bail out anymore. I cannot get out of this. It is just not worth it for me to stop and give up and take third place. It's just not worth it. So this means I rather spend all my gems, assuming that I can still get at least second place, you know, or no, the spider tournament afterwards, the 2000 plus. So I would rather spend all my gems than to give up. And if you see that 3 players are forced into the same type of competition and they are just not giving up no matter what happens, then the best thing that you do is you either have an edge or you give up yourself. At this stage, it may be contradictory, but at this stage, if I saw all 2 other players like just put in another 10,000 points immediately, then I know that they are both pot committed. And the best thing to do at this stage is to just stop and take the losses. Well, those losses were not that big, actually, because in the meantime, I could generate some mystery shards and other stuff as well. And I used champion training. But at this stage, I used the bruise for deterrence purposes, so that they see that I rise from 6,000 to 18,000. That's fine. But from now on, I can only use gems, or mostly use gems, not bruise, to make sure that my edge is solidified. And I finish the dungeon divers as well to get the souls. Why the souls? It is actually a very simple thing. It may happen that Raphael, or April, or Leonardo, or Shredder for that matter, or anyone, if they have Splinter, who knows, is gonna have to do something with souls. For example, in a deck of fate, for example, somewhere else. So I'm already farming this currency in here and collecting everything, but I would need as many of these currencies to make sure that I can summon as many souls as possible, because the rest I'll have to solve it from energy. This is the other problematic thing. So raid, think whatever you think about it, it's a bit of a Hunger Games type of construct. You continuously need to fight for preserving the resources that you don't use. And for this reason I summon the absolute minimum. I will get to 1000 points in Summon Rush to exactly collect at least the Mortal Soul Stones that help a bit. And if it's not during the Turtles event, it will be sometime in the future. So evidently, you need to preserve the resources that you have as much as possible. So this is the strategy from a free-to-play perspective, where you don't have an option of purchasing anything, because out of ethical reasons so far, although I'm letting you know, rate has improved a lot, it has still not improved enough, because it's still toxic to the core how the events are orchestrated. Just look at the ending of the Summon Rush and the champion training, so that you cannot know if you can skip the Summon Rush. So many people will just summon. So this is toxic to the core. That's the reason why I just refuse to spend anything. At the same time, I want the champions as everyone else. If I don't get the champions, tough luck. I will survive it somehow. But still, maximizing the chances. This is the path. Most of the time is the champion training tournament. Well, I have won 2 out of 2. This is the third one. I think this is gonna be the hardest one to win, but it's still winnable in terms of the champion training extra tokens. Let me know in the comments what you think about this strategy, and within a few days we will figure out if it worked out or not.